going slow. Hey, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail and Diana Boles. It was taking some time for us to go live here. It was a slow stream there. But
yeah.
Hey, Hypnicity. Hey, Faye Cole. Hey, Jen Carr. Hey, Susie007. Hey, Tina. Hey, Mountain Mama. Hi. Thanks for joining us today. Let's see who else is here. Hey, Carolyn. There's Tina. Who else is here? I mean, scroll down here. Looks like that's all that's here at the moment that has joined us. And today it is all about aliens and astrology. So, hey, White Dragon. Hey, Dream Journey One. Thanks for joining us today. Aliens and astrology.
Ah! I was going to try to help with the chat, but oops, sorry.
I know. Hearing your feedback, hearing your voice in the background, it kind of gets you spooky going, what?
Oh, yeah. Right. Do.
Yes. So, all right, everybody. Hey, Emmy J, thanks for joining us. Hey, Tamara. Hey, Lulu Bubble. Thanks for joining us today. And as I said, we're going to be talking about all about aliens and ETs and astrology. And Diana will start off with what's happening in astrology in these highlights of the weeks of June. So
right.
Go ahead.
So, welcome June, the easy time of like 6 months through the year already. Can you believe it? And did you realize that today is the 6/6 portal?
Yeah.
It's the 6th month and the 6th day.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about the 6/6 portal and what that means?
Well, any double digit is a portal number, right? So the number 6 is about community and sharing. And one of the things that June is about to begin with, because it is a 6, it's about community. It's easygoing most of the time. It is no surprises, but surprises, like weddings, graduations, proms, special events at the school, youth league stuff. But the way it's presented, those may be some surprises, like, oh, they released doves at the wedding. Wasn't that lovely? Things like that. And that's basically how we started out. Even throughout that new moon over the weekend on Saturday, it was no surprises, but surprises just the same. And we can expect most of them to be pleasant with the rest of this week up until we get to the point of June 11th, another portal day. So when we say portal, we talk about, it's like you transform, you transcend, you walk through the gateway and into a new beginning, right? And on the 11th, here's your magic word, retrograde.
We're going to walk to a new beginning on the 6th and the 11th.
Well, the 11th now is just a portal on its own because it is the double digit 11, 1, 1. Okay. And on that day, what happens is, where'd I put it? Pluto goes back into Capricorn. Uh-huh. Now he's already been retrograde. And Mercury goes into Gemini. Now, they're changing signs. So on the 11th, what we can look for are changes. Okay. Changes to this easy flow that we've seemed to have been in, Mm-hmm. It's even if the surprises weren't pleasant, there are things that we're expecting and we've been dealing with it. So the best thing to do on the 11th is to watch your words, because Mercury is now going into Gemini and Pluto is going into Capricorn, where he's back into that rip up the old foundation, because now he's back in Capricorn. And Mercury is a psychopomp, and he's the only one who can communicate with Pluto and bring back the information. He can get into those deep dives. So take pause when you speak. Make sure of what you say so there are no misunderstandings.
So I've got to make sure I'm not doing a YouTube show on the 11th.
Right? Yeah. Don't do that. Maybe you go visit somebody else's channel.
gonna look at that going, oh no.
Right? So yeah, and a new journey is going to begin in that respect in its own, because now he's going to be in, Pluto will be in Capricorn now till we get into January of 2024. And when I think about how many times he's gone back and forth, and I think about this, it's like, wait a minute, what? We're almost to the end of his yo-yo back and forth into Capricorn. Yay!
Wow,
Once he gets into that steady flow forward in Aquarius, we're going to start seeing the progress of where we want to go. We know where we've been. We know what we've had to let go of. When we had the full moon on Saturday, it was Jupiter was conjunct the North Node. He's still within range of that. That North Node is about what we want. The South Node is what we need to let go of. And so that's another energy that's going to continue to play out through the rest of this month, because the North Node in July is getting ready to make its move into Aries. Mm-hmm. So all of these changes are coming. That one's a little later. They're all going to be presenting us with no surprises, but surprises just the same, mm-hmm. until we get to the end of July. And Saturn is going to go retrograde on the 17th. So when he does that, he's going to start looking at your more personal foundations. He is in, he's in Pisces at 7 degrees, and he's going to go retrograde. And then at the end of the month, on the 30th, Neptune's going to go retrograde, and he's still in Pisces as well. So the two of them are still going to be doing this dance like bookends at either end of the spectrum of the sign of Pisces.
Okay.
So that's later in the month, at the end of the month, more going into what July is going to be like, right? For the 4th of July. Oh boy.
So we're going to start with the beginning, with new beginnings. And the 11th, we all hush and sit still and don't talk. And basically, yeah. and then we start on our personal foundation.
Uh-huh.
And then what happens again after that? The 30th, what was that, the 30th?
The 30th is when Neptune is going to go retrograde, and Saturn goes retrograde on the 17th. So in that respect, they're still doing this dance through Pisces. Okay.
And what is that? How's that affect us?
So Pisces is about the dreamer, our psyche, our psychic abilities, and Saturn is well, he's loosened up since he's been in Pisces, right? And so now he's willing to deep dive a little bit himself.
Okay.
As to, how can I use, let's consider him as the Pope, as he often is, right? He's getting back in touch with his deeper connection to the divine feminine, divine masculine, the divine creator. So he himself is looking at the mistakes that he may have made along the way, and what needs to change, what needs to be let go of. And also, remember, I was talking about that major grand cross in the sky. So Venus has also taken her position across from Pluto, and that's a bit of a softening. So, and it becomes a more personal thing to us, examining where our challenges are. Mm-hmm. And because the nodes are involved in that grand cross, it is what serves your purpose, what doesn't work for you anymore, and let it go.
Right. Okay. Anything else?
Not really. It's kind of
a lot.
It is a lot, and but it's kind of easy going compared to some of the clanging bang bang energies we've had, even through May. May was tough. March was, so
June is going to be easy for us, basically, if we're quiet on the 11th. Mm-hmm. And then,
Right?
and so then
Like up and down this lazy Swanee River.
okay. Well, that's great. So everybody just watch out for the 11th.
Yeah.
Kona
You know,
South.
yeah, of course, watch for everything, but everybody's got kids to get out of school, you know, and summer vacations to plan and all of that business. So
Okay. All right. Well, it's time to get into some questions. We've got quite a few questions for us here today. And so we're going to get into those. Let's see. What is the first one? Looks like it's Patty M. Okay, there's Patty M. 2 years ago, I had beings scratching at my back door. I would take pictures and they would show me the number 7. What was that about? What alien race was trying to reach me? With a 7 numerology, this is all for you. You know, go ahead. You take it for the numerology of 7 because I know that's spirit, everything.
well, 7 is a mystical, magical number. It can show you. It helps reveal things. It is the pinnacle. It is. It can be about the thief, or it can be about the community. It can be about success and messages, choices, mysticism. And if they kept showing you the number 7,
I think they were opening up her psychic abilities.
yes, and that there's more to this than you think. They come to get you, and they bring you home safe. And you've been on a dream, and in reality, you really went somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what that 7. They kept just saying, "I think you're just a natural born psychic medium," and that's what they're trying to show you.
Right.
That's how they were trying to communicate. You showing the number 7 because that is the most psychic medium number of all, and so that's why I think they kept trying to get you to acknowledge who you are, Patty. I don't know what you do or if you're in this realm doing something, but that's what they were showing you, that they were trying to show you who you are. And it was your ET family, and you have been going off with them.
Right. And the 7th house in astrology is the house of Virgo. So that's about medicine and nurturing and taking care of yourself, taking care of others, being in service to others. So whatever it is your mission is, it includes being in service.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, I'm not real sure what the race was that was trying to reach you, because I don't see a particular race as much as I see kind of a light body is what I'm seeing. And I think it was probably a higher dimensional being than 5th or 6th. I think it was a little higher than that, where they're not necessarily in a physical form. So they're not showing me that they were in a physical form, but they were managing to make noise on your back door. But the 7 was very significant. They were just trying to let you know who you are.
Right. And I don't know if it holds water or not, but I heard the minute you said the number 7, I heard Lemurian.
That's funny.
And I saw the color.
Look at the deck I pulled out today. That's the deck I'm using today.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So there you go, Patty. And Lemuria has all different types of beings there.
Yeah.
So, and I think there are a lot of mixed there also. So that could be it, but they are could be a black body. Anyway, there you go, Patty. I hope that answers your question. But you are being called to acknowledge your gifts. If you're not using them, you need to start. Oh, there you go. Wow, because I perceive things a lot through telepathic as well. Yes, Patty. Yeah.
Right. And you can use that as a service for others.
Yes. Okay, let's go to the next. Elena R. Hey, Elena. Hi. What kind of help can I ask from my God, and how do I ask? How can I know the answer would be truly from my God and not from a bored, I love this, and not from a bored alien who wants to play with humans? Thank you.
Well,
I love that question. Go ahead, Diana.
well, so support from your guides is a one-on-one thing, and they are always with you. And you by now probably have omens and signals all around you that indicates when they're near you, when they're talking to you, the things that you hear going on in your head. If you know your guide's name, call them in by name. Ask them for protection. You can always do that. And thank them for being there for you, and thank them for standing guard when you have other things to do, when you have to go to work and you can't be alert to all of that at the same time. And I don't think that a bored alien would come sneaking in the door, because a bored alien would come and get you, tap you on the shoulder and say, come on, let's go play. I've got this badminton set and I don't have a clue what to do with it.
Well, also, Elena, they do signals. If you're not quite connected, they'll send you songs, one that pops in your head. Look at the words in that song. They send you numbers. Look at the numbers that they're sending you. They're sending you all sorts of kinds of signals, and just pay attention to them and you start connecting with them. Also, when you get something that pops in your head immediately, that's more like your guide that is saying something to you, you can ask for confirmation. You can ask for, let me see a bird fly by. Let me see something just to confirm that that's your guide. And they will send you some type of confirmation on that's what you are seeing and hearing from them. So that's the best way. And you can, just ask for confirmation. Soon you won't need it. You'll know it's them. And you'll be able to feel their frequency or their vibration and just know it's them. But how it started with me was songs and numbers. So that I'm getting that's how they're communicating with you, and you're not really paying attention. You're kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, right, or second guessing it. So there you go, Elena.
Right.
Okay. All right. Let's go to next. Let's see. Jen Carr is next. And it's Dr. Gail. I just want to know if the ETs have a message for me, maybe, like, is there something I should be working on? Thank you so much. Okay, there you go, Diana. Is there something that Jen Carr needs to be working on? Or is there a message? And I'm going to be pulling from Beyond Veneria, which is, I can't believe that's what we were talking about.
Right.
That's what I pulled. That was my first deck that I bought, was Beyond Lemuria. Somebody said, buy something you connected to. Well, I connected to Lemuria, and look where I'm at, Mount Shasta, Lemuria. Oh, look at this card. Go ahead, Diana.
Okay, so I got the 9th house that you're supposed to be on a journey. You're going to take a journey.
Look at this radical expansion.
Ha! And then this journey is going to create change. And you're going to be totally immersed in this change. And it's going to progress and get stronger and stronger as it continues to grow. Let me cut the deck here. The Prince of Wands. So start looking for messages. Maybe, look at the clouds and see what kind of messages you get out of the clouds. The shapes that they make, sometimes you see a unicorn, It's going to be a new learning experience. So be open to it, because it may surprise you when it first comes.
That's good. Well, this radical expansion card that I have is just right along with what she's saying. It's saying, be unapologetically you. Self-expression, boldness, having a voice, taking up space, expansion, empowerment, owning your true power, being visible in the world. So, yeah, there you go, Jen Carr. And it's something she should be working on. What I got on here was let go of judgment. and that your expansion is going to expand. So I know we tend to be a little judgmental. What do you got? Expand. Look at that, expand. Yeah.
Which, and that's that ninth house was the first card I pulled. That one goes right along with it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I got, is letting go of judgment. So Jen, that will help you expand, is letting go of some of the judgment most of the times within our family. So you have to let go of some of that. So that's what you should be working on right now. Okay. All right. Next. Oh, I hear some thunder here. Sun or what? Yeah. We're supposed to have thunderstorms this afternoon. Hello, Dr. Gail. You've said that as leader, you saw me wearing a uniform. Could you describe the look of this uniform and maybe look into other uniforms I might have worn for other leadership roles? Well, son of what, I kind of chuckled over this one. I can hardly remember the uniforms I wear. So, but I did see the uniform that you're wearing was tan colored. The one that you're wearing now, it's tan colored with a lot of, I don't know what uniforms look like, a lot of decorations on it. So, and it looks like it's a one piece. The other uniforms that you've worn, I have no idea. I think I could get to it, but I think that would take a long time to really dig into your energy to find all those. But that's what I see you wearing now, is a tan one-piece uniform with a lot of decorations on it. Right, Diana? You want to take?
So definitely a leadership role.
Yeah.
Sagittarius, definitely a leadership role. My message is, and even before I pulled this card, I heard it. Use your own intuition and be ready for the downloads to come in so that you will be able to see yourself in this uniform.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been in quite a few different uniforms and I can hardly remember them. I have written it down, but to sit here and remember my own uniforms is difficult for me. So I can know my one I'm in now, but anyway, there you go, son of what. So that describes only one. I don't know about the other ones. That would take a lot of getting into your energy to do that.
And, you know, the other one of the dreams that I've brought with me to the table, without telling the whole dream at this point, just to say that at the end of the day, once I had gotten out of my spaceship and was helped to get out of the spaceship, the surprise on that later.
Yeah, we should have gone into that first about your stuff. So let's don't save some time to talk about your thing. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, say that again.
I said we'll save some time at the end so you can talk about your
experience. Okay. In the end, I was put in clothing that was normal to me.
Right.
Right. You know, so even for this meeting that I was going to be in, the clothing that was there waiting for me was my regular clothes.
Well, lucky you. They didn't put you in a uniform.
No. Wait. Oh my God, wait.
Okay. Okay. You want to continue or you want to get?
Well, we'll save it for later because I know we have a lot of questions, and if we don't have time, we don't have time.
All right. The next one is Aura Stories. I was shown some giant beings, not the very tall, skinny types of beings. I tried to find info on them, but there wasn't much. I meditated on it, and it was shown that they were like sentinels around the earth.
Watchers.
Inhabiting very large structures, buildings, and trees to keep us safe. Can you verify this, or do you have any info? There you go. Yeah. This is a big yes for me.
Yeah. The Watchers.
Watchers.
Definitely.
That? Just part of the Watchers.
You know, they have their reputation in history in the angelic realm and earthbound angels at that in ancient history. And You know, time is not linear, time is an orb. And so you're being shown that you have had this connection since that time was written about.
Yeah, I feel like she's had this connection with them forever. Yeah. So, and the vision I see, actually, I see her in a tree watching. So I see her in a tree watching everybody, in a big tree. But anyway, I see that face in there. But anyway, there you go. Horror stories. So that is true, and you're part of them, and you're very connected to all this. So, okay. All right, let's go to next Lulu Bubble. Hey, Lulu, do you have any tips on how I know I'm receiving messages from my guides? And is it just my thoughts or imagination? Is it more of a feeling or a knowing? So sorry if this doesn't make any sense. Well, it makes perfect sense. Lulu, and we just kind of went over that, that information about how you can connect with you guys. They start off sending you numbers, songs that you need to listen to the words of, and you can verify what they're telling you by asking for something to happen for the verification. Is starting to pour rain here.
Oh.
And I'm saying if electricity goes out, you two just go ahead, okay?
Okay.
So because it's very famous for electricity going out here. But anyway, Lulu, we just discussed this earlier, so this does make very much sense. And everybody goes through this in the beginning, trying to connect with their guides and trying to verify and try to trust their own self hearing what they're saying to you. And that's usually why they do start off with songs and numbers, because you can visually see that or hear it and look it up. So there you go, Lulu. Anything, Diana? Anything else?
Right. So what starts out as a mystery ends up with a jaw-dropping miracle, just to let you know it's true. It's true.
Good. Okay. All right. Next one is in Carr. And in Carr, let's see. I got Gail. When I'm asleep, do I travel somewhere? If yes, am I helping with any mission or group? What is my job? Okay, in Carr. Who's this one in the last few minutes? Okay. When I was asleep, do I travel somewhere? I see them coming to you. It looks like to me in Carr, they're preparing you to go. I'm not seeing you actually going yet.
This goes with what you're getting. Right now, you're in the learning experience.
Yeah.
Right. And this journey is progressive.
Yeah. You are going to be traveling. Right now, they're just preparing you for that. They're increasing your vibration and getting your body physically ready for it. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. So, all right. Okay. The last one. Oh, nope. Oh, my gosh. No. Okay. There's Janie Seymour. Dr. Gail, I am grateful for your time. I have so much memory loss, and I recalled a memory to my mom, and she said it was not real. I live in Texas, and as a teen, I went to visit her in Michigan. I thought I stayed a few months and went to school there. She said I was only there a couple of days. Blew my mind. Could this be ET related? Okay. Any thoughts on this, Diana?
Well,
I've seen her astral travel.
yeah. And is your mom still with us? Is she still here?
Janie, are you here? Is your mom still with us?
Yeah. Was this a recent thing where she said, you were only here a couple of days? Perhaps she had lost track of time.
Yeah, looks like to me she's had more memory loss than just this incident. Looks like she's just talking about this one. In Texas as a teen. So she was young. It was years ago. I went to visit her in Michigan. I thought I'd stay a few months. So much school there.
Well, I'm getting guardian angel and Vesta. Vesta is the hearth fire. There was something so impactful about it that it certainly had made a mark on your memory, right?
Says yes, recently confirmed. Yes, Dr. Gail, I am 55 now. Okay. Is she still alive, Janie? Janie, I might have to take this off public YouTube to talk to you about this.
Yeah. And definitely, if this is your astral projections through dreams and living here.
She's still alive.
She's still alive?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if she has recently told you that that you were only here a couple of days, I live in Michigan. Yeah, you can lose track of time.
Well, let's say this is more. Anyway, Janie, I don't want to talk about this with you in public. So if you'll contact me at Dr. Gail, starseed@gmail.com, we can go in a little bit more detail about this. Okay. All right. Thanks, Janie. Okay. Next is LaPo. Hi, Dr. Gail. Not sure if my question was sent. I would like to know what message, if any, does the ET guides and loved ones have for me? Okay. Oh, I got surrender. Surrender. Look more on what that means. Okay, trust, letting go of control, free flow, yin energy, inner knowing, intuition, synchronistic opportunities, getting out of your own way. That's a big one right there. Get out of your own way. The path of least resistance, allowing who you naturally are to flourish. So there you go, Poe. That's a big message for you to surrender. Get out of your own way.
That sixth house. That's the house of Virgo. And strength and guidance. So they are around you, bolstering you, definitely guiding you. But realize that when they say strength, that strength is what is within you.
Yeah.
To go ahead and make the changes you need to make. One of them is to get into your own chakra alignment and to don't be afraid. Move forward.
There you go.
You're sustainable.
Yes. Okay, Lipo. All right, Dana, why don't you go ahead and tell us your story now while we're getting ready to go into the chat questions? Why don't you just
Okay. Okay. So I'll try to do this quickly. This was after our last time together. Okay, so I had gone into space and I landed on a mothership. Don't know whose, don't know much about it, but there were these little pillows that were dancing all around, right? And they actually were a part of my spaceship. It was a small spaceship, okay? And they were dancing all around. It was kind of like the Trouble with Tribbles in their dancing and whatever. And they kept getting bigger and bigger. And they had these headphones on, and they were all just so happy-go-lucky, going everywhere. And then I came in, and as I came in, my helmet had more of a shape of like Robbie the Robot. Mm-hmm. But in reality, what it was it wasn't just my space suit, it was my spaceship. And
okay. I've not ever been in a space suit when I'm on a spaceship.
This is what was so odd, okay? So in the room was this big window with stars floating in it. And they were like tall whites guiding me to, I can't call it a chair. It was more like a lean-to. And they rested me against it. And all of these little guys were actually the bits and pieces coming off of my spaceship / space suit.
Right.
Because every time they would just like take the sleeve off. It wasn't real. I was inside of all of that.
Right.
And it was these elementals. They were fairies. When the marshmallow pillow burst open, the fairies were just flitting around all over the place. And there I was, in my normal clothing attire. And I had asked, where am I this time? Because I have no idea. I still don't have any idea.
Right.
And then they took me I went to my first Federation meeting.
Yay.
Yes, exactly.
It
was amazing. And this was a room filled with amazing clothing, faces, everything, and everybody had a white light cloak.
Oh, they did?
That was providing them their own home environment.
Right.
Because this room was huge. And I was dressed in my normal.
Oh, so they had suits on, because one of the times I went, they had all different breathing apparatuses on that adjusted them to the environment.
Well, this must have, I'm not exactly sure, because they were dressed up fancy as well. I mean, it's like, holy moly, right? And they said, okay, it's time you came to a meeting. And I'm standing in my, long gypsy skirt, and I'm wearing my woolen cloak and all, lace up vest and all that stuff. And they said to me, we call you the bridge because you bring back to us the human experience. Right. Like the elementals come home, they have to come home. They've done their tour. You're bringing them home. And that's why you were wearing the ship that you were wearing. It was the way to contain all these little pockets of energy. And as they were getting it off of me, that's how it just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, exploding, if you will. And then they showed me all of these symbols.
Oh, okay.
And they were in magenta.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and whenever I get symbols from them, it's that magenta color. Right. And then they showed me this pine cone, and I'm looking at it, and they go, no, it's not a pine cone. It's an atmospheric filter. And that was at the doorway into this room where all of the Federation members had been meeting. And then just a couple of days ago, I see the movement. I know I am in it because the movement is real. It's not just the snapshots of regular dreams. This is fluid sensation. You can feel the breeze. And so in this particular one, I was sitting on a bench this way. There was a bench over here. And then there was this garden. And silhouettes in cloaks kept going in, and one would come out. And when he came out, then the person on this bench would get up and go in. And there was this continuous rotation. And then sooner or later, once everybody had taken their turn going into there, you could barely see him sitting in that bench, right? But he was there. He was so well disguised. And this planet had foliage, deep green, yellow foliage, and trees, and very Earth-like, but not Earth-like. It was definitely surreal. And what they had this they were carrying a rectangle that sort of reminded me of more of the Ark of the Covenant than just a coffin. But they weren't carrying it. They were like keeping it from floating up, right? They just had their hands on top of it as it floated along. And there were several of them that did that. And then after all of that had happened, I had some kind of a job. They pulled back their cloak. One of them had looked at me, pulled off the hood of his cloak, and that's what he looked like.
Yeah. But
So I have no.
Carolyn talking about my stone. That's that magenta color. This is the stone.
Yes.
A lot.
Yes. That's. Yep. And I have no idea what planet I was on, or who he is, where he's from.
It looks like it would be descended of the rabbits, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like the deer planet I went out on. My one of my guides, his name is Sally. She's part deer. You've drawn her for me,
Right?
She's deer, So it looks like to me that's you go to a rabbit planet.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and it was nothing ominous, and it was like whatever it was, I had brought back part of what they were carrying off like that.
Yeah.
But it was a complete ritual that had to be done before they could bring those things into their garden.
Now, were they in the Galactic Federation also? Did you see them there, or just
I don't know, because how sometimes you get home and you're just home and you don't know. Wait a minute, I wasn't ready to come home. How come you brought me home?
Well, there's also so many beings in there, just can't take it all in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. You discovered a new planet.
I was hoping you could tell me what planet I was on, but
I'm
good with rabbit people.
Well, I'm probably going to tune into that because
okay.
I can see it and I can see them. But let me see if I can we'll go ahead and bring up another question, and then I will get into that and give you an answer in a few minutes when I chat about it. So let's go ahead and you can start on the next question, and I will see what I can find out about this. Okay, let's see. Dr. Gail, before I fall asleep, I seem to be flying through stars. Am I on a ship by myself or a big ship, or am I crazy? MJ. Okay, we're definitely not crazy. And
definitely not. Definitely not.
I think you're on your own personal ship, it looks like to me, going to a big ship. But go ahead, Diana. That's what I'm seeing.
Well, it's also something I experience quite a bit. Excuse me, as I am falling asleep and getting ready to astral project, or whatever my mission is going to be through the night, if there is one. And I can always tell by the way my dog Gloria behaves. Grizzly makes himself a tent underneath all the pillows, so he's oblivious to everything. But Gloria, she seems to know when I'm coming and going a lot. So I kind of watch her and her behavior. You're not crazy. It's really happening. My guess is that it's first a small ship.
Yeah.
Because I think if you're on a big one, you wouldn't.
Right. I'm seeing a small ship going to a big ship, but it looks like it's a transport.
Yeah. It's something about communication and them letting you know that all is to be calm, relax, everything's going to be fine. Okay. Holy love and the third house, communication.
The rabbit being, she wants to be called Rosalie, and she does represent, it's a star that you were on, and they're calling it Lumas, L-M-A-S. Lumas. L-U-M-A-S.
Okay, L-U-M-A-S. Loomis. Oh, that's one of my star codes. But it's spelled L-O-O-M-I-S, Loomis.
Oh, okay.
From the Stars Galactic Astrology.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you. Spirit, thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you, Gail.
You're welcome. Well, I got LUMAS, but LOOMIS, I think it's the same thing for sure.
Sure.
Yeah. But Rosalie,
Languages.
but Rosalie is the representative of that planet, and she's the one you were in contact with.
Okay, Rosalie.
Rosalie.
I like that.
So, okay,
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. MEJ, yeah, you are on a little a commuter spaceship going to the big spaceship, and you're not crazy. So, okay, next. Hey, White Dragon, do CME from the sun affect or modify astrological influences? Oh, there you go, Diana.
The CMEs. No, not really, because that energy is already out there in space. It's not, the only thing I could say is that maybe it would heighten us. It has more effect on the weather and the planets and the behavior of the planet than it does on us. So indirectly, the impact that it has on the weather and our planet, indirectly, that's how it affects us. But it doesn't affect the astrological influence.
Yeah, see, hypnosis is it? Who was it? That's the one name of that stone. Oh, MEJ. She's right. I don't remember the name of that pink stone. Nancy Jean does. Do you know? I mean, I don't know if you're not in the stones. I've got to put a label on it because I do have it written down somewhere. And Nancy Jean tells me every time what kind of stone it is. I never
No, because I don't have one of those. And that doesn't mean I know what all my stones are called. Anyway.
That was the first stone I bought when I came to Mount Shasta. That was one that kept calling me over and over and over again. So, yeah. So,
is it weighty?
Yeah, it's a little weighty. Yeah.
I like the shape of it.
Yeah. So
interesting.
We're just hearing thunder. Okay. All right. Next question. Hey, hypnosis, Dr. Gail, you said I'm hybrid. What am I made of? Okay.
Sugar and spice and everything nice.
I'm getting a combination. Let me see if it's a combination. Yeah, it looks like they have put several different ones, and it was a they messed with the DNA. Let me see what I got, because I'm getting gray big time on here. Gray hybrid. Let's see if I can, what else I can get. They put some palladium in you. Gray, Arcturian, and palladium.
Yeah, the communicators.
Yeah.
The communicators. And they're also here to help you with your Chiron healing. What to hang on to, what to let go of.
Yeah. Very good, hypnosis. So you have a mix, which there's a lot of people who do have a mixed combination of different ET species.
Yeah. Mine's, I can't even memorize.
Okay. All right. Next. Hey, Cat Mama Meows, do drop in. Dr. Gail, I feel like something special is going to happen to me during our Shasta Retreat next week. Your thought? Well, just being here. Oh, my nose keeps running. Being here, I mean, it was powerful when Danny and Kim and Bill were here last time, the four of us together getting on the mountains. There was so much information that came in, the power of just the four of us. I can't imagine what it's going to be like. I think it was about 30 people coming. I can't imagine what the energy is going to be like with that. But yeah, you probably are going to have some transformative thoughts coming in. You're going to be in a group like-minded for when you get here to an end, you're never going to have that kind of energy and experience before, that kind of energy being one-on-one and together. So I expect there's going to be a lot that happens to you. I think your third eye is going to just explode, and your crown chakra is going to be getting all this information in. So that's what I see, Cat Mama. It's like you got this crown chakra, all this information is pouring in, and you're just like, whoa, whoa. What's this all about? But yeah, it's going to happen for you. What do you get?
You're going to walk away with balance and composure.
Oh gosh, those are great cards.
You can't make it up, right?
Yeah, those are great cards. Okay, great. So, okay, all right, next. Hey, Tina. Hi, Dr. Gail. I had an Akashic record reading, and it was mentioned both parents were from Sirius B. Can you verify that? Oh, gosh, both parents. That's unusual. Okay. Let's see. Both parents from Sirius B. I'm sorry, Tina. I'm getting a no. Okay, let me get more into this. There's definitely one from Sirius B. Okay, this is what I'm getting. Okay, one is from. They're technically from Sirius B, both of them, but one of them is from Sirius B. The other one looks like it was a Lyran that or escaped their wars and whatever when their planet was destroyed, and so there's a whole family lineage of Lyrans there, and it looks like. So they can say they're from Sirius B. So I guess the answer is yes, but it is two different species on the Sirius B. There you go. So it's a yes and no, Tina. Okay, Diana.
Yes, it was the opportunity for protection for one of your parents.
Yeah.
And so they found a new house.
Right.
And that was their first house together, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, there you go, Tina. All right, next. Hey, Nancy, is there a certain month to conceive? I am a Virgo. Well, there you go, Diana. Can you do that?
Well,
I don't think I've ever seen that question before.
No, I mean, happenstance to the moon and everything. Since we have a 9-month gestation period, what are you trying to plan when you want to give birth, or what sign you want the child to be? Then you go around the gestation cycle.
I'm getting the feeling she's trying to get pregnant.
Pardon me?
Get the feeling she's trying to get pregnant. Are you here, Nancy? Can you qualify that? Are you trying to get pregnant, or are you trying to?
I'll tell you what. In family history, is your husband goes off hunting, he comes home, and Mama gets pregnant, and come around June.
So yes, you're trying to get pregnant. Yeah, okay, that's what she's trying. I think she's kind of trying to pinpoint when she's going to get pregnant. Is what she's hoping to conceive November of this year.
Okay, so you're a Virgo, but more importantly, where is your moon? So you want to try to plan it around your moon and your cycle, because the moon is what causes our cycles.
So how would she look at the moon to figure that out?
When the moon is in her moon.
When her moon is in her moon. So there you go, Nancy. Look, and that's when it's the best time for her to get pregnant. Okay, well, there you go, Nancy. Look at your moon. I don't know if you have your chart or whatever, but look at when you're. Okay, I don't know my birth time, only that I was born in the morning. I know there's a lot of people have issues or don't know that answer. Okay.
Well, I can do it really quick without the birth time. We're not worried so much about the rising as we are about the. So let me edit this. Tell me your birthday and where you were born.
I don't know if she wants to put her birth date up there.
Okay. That's the only way I can do it, because I can't tell you what your moon is.
Oh, there she goes. She did put it 8/27/90. And where were you born, Nancy?
What is it? May what? Or
August 27th,
oh
1990.
my God, the same day as my grandmother.
And look at where she was born. I can't even
What
say
year?
that, Nancy. Zacapecta, Morelos. You know that one.
What year is it?
1990.
1990.
Yeah.
Can you spell the city?
Yeah. Zapepetec.
And the country?
Morelos. What is that near, Nancy? That we would know more. That we would know where it is.
It does give you a Virgo sun and a Scorpio moon. So look for when the moon.
Mexico is the country. Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just gave you like a 7 o'clock in the morning birth time.
Well, are you getting? I mean, is that okay? This is what I'm getting. I'll say it right out. I'm not getting that she's going to get pregnant this year. I get that she's going to get pregnant in 2024. So that's why I'm asking you that. But I don't do these things, and so and I'm not sure. And I think when her moon was in the moon is in 2024.
Every month, the moon goes into Scorpio. Okay. So pick a month.
Okay.
So what you have to do is, this is pretty easy actually, because you go to astro.com, you can go to Astrology Cafe. There's so many different simple, easy, free websites out there for you to get your chart. Use noon, you say in the morning. So guesstimate, say 8 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, and put in where you were born. And then they'll give you a chart. And you can just say, what are the transits for today? And then every time you do that, you'll find out where the moon is and how it is affecting you.
Okay. There you go, Nancy. You were just a experiment. I'm trying to figure this out.
Yeah.
But it looks
Let us know how it goes.
Yeah, you can figure it out. Thank you so much. This is always so hard to get these details for myself. I appreciate it, ladies. Yeah, we haven't done that before, so this is all for entertainment purposes. Okay, all right. Next, this will be our last question. Hey, Dream Journey 1 had dream of a man who identified himself as Samuel. Can you confirm who he is? What is he trying to tell me? Thanks, Samuel. Okay. Relax. I'm hearing him go, relax, relax. I'm here to help. So I don't know what's going on. Dream Journey 1 does what he's saying. Relax. Let me pull a card for you. And in fact, I'm going to pull a color card for you out of my. Use these cards in a long time. The secret language of color. But that's all I hear him saying is relax. We got this, type of thing.
So I immediately saw a man of African descent. Would that fit the description?
Well, look I got brown as a color.
Close. Yes.
Yeah, and mine's saying establish boundaries. I'm thinking this is a relative. Okay, brown is the color of earthiness, a direct conduit to nature, animal wisdom, and universal wisdom that creates healthy boundaries and attains a balanced perspective. Connect to nature's healing properties and revive your energy and creativity with brown. So, because that's all he's doing is, we got this. I'm with you. We can do this. And it looks like to me he just is a new energy that has shown up to calm you down and connect you. That's kind of feel I get from him.
And I got the Taurus card that came out. So that's definitely about grounding yourself. Trust in the universe came out. And that's how you will be able to manifest. Trust what you're doing. Ground yourself. Stay grounded.
Yeah. Okay, there you go, Journey One. I like this guy. I love his energy. Feels good.
The minute you said his name, I just saw this very tall, handsome, strong African-American man.
Very caring. Yeah. Okay, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks, Diana, and
Oh my God.
thanks for all the moderators. Next show is on 6/7 at 1 p.m. on the Slayer Cinema Center, which is tomorrow, and 6/13. Thank goodness it's not on the 11th. 6/13 is the next one. All about
well, that would be a good day for healing. Make the changes, but make them the way you want them.
All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye-bye.